Howdy! Hope you are doing great, and I believe I'm seeing you in a very good mood. So let us begin this session with a happy note, that means a joke. Let me start a joke. There was an angry wife, and she made a phone call to her husband, and she was very angry, and in that anger she said, "Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you?" And husband, in a very balanced manner, he started answering, "Darling, hey darling, do you remember that jewelry shop where you saw the diamond necklace and totally fell in love with that diamond necklace? And you fall in love with that, but I did not have money that time, and I said, baby, it will be yours one day. Do you remember that?" With a smile and blushing, she says, "Oh yeah, I remember that, my love, I remember that." Husband says, "Yes, you remember that? I am in the pub just next to that shop." And says, hope you enjoyed the joke. So let us begin this session with the vocabulary. So as part of today's vocabulary, let us see those two new words and let us learn those two new words. The first word I wish to introduce for today is yearn. Yearn, Y-E-A-R-N, yearn. Yearn is to crave for something. You want something desperately, so you say yearn. So let us see some examples so that we can understand it better. I yearn to eat chicken since I haven't eaten it for 1 month now. I yearn to eat chicken since I haven't eaten it for 1 month now. I yearn to see my friend whom I haven't met for an year now. That means she is craving to meet her. She desperately wants to meet her friend. And in the previous sentence, she wants to or he wants to eat chicken because it is 1 month since he hasn't eaten chicken. And then convalesce means regain health or recuperate. Recuperate is one of the words we have seen in our previous videos. If you haven't seen them, please go through my previous videos, and you can understand the word recuperate. Recuperate is a synonym for the word convalesce. Let us see. If you understand this convalesce, you will also understand the usage of recuperate. You can replace convalesce with recuperate. So let us see the examples and understand the meaning of this word better. So the first example, these patients have already been cured of their illness. In fact, they are convalescing in the hospital before being sent back home. They are convalescing in the hospital before being sent back home. The man convalesced in 10 days after his accident. The man convalesced in 10 days after his accident. That means it has taken 10 days for getting recovered. So these are the two words I wish to introduce today. The first one is yearn and the other one is convalesce. Convalesce is also a synonym for the previously discussed words in one of the videos, recuperate. It means to regain health or to recover. Okay, so after completing the vocabulary for today, let us start this session. So let us make this session an exclusive session for learning have or has. Have or has. So if you are a beginner learning English, definitely you will be having this confusion whether to use have or has in my sentence. Definitely you will have that confusion. It's a common confusion in many of the beginners who learn English language, because English has got so many exceptions, and this have or has, this word has also got some exceptions in using with certain subjects. Let us break that confusion with today's class. Let us learn it clearly in a crystal clear manner, where to use have and where to use has. I'll be using minimum grammatical terms in order to make it simple for you. If I use so many grammatical terms, I make it so complicated. I don't want to make it complicated. I'll be using very simple terms, minimum grammar terms, in order to make you understand the use of have or has. Okay, let us see this. Only minimum, and I'll be giving you quick rules also without using the grammatical terms, so that it is easy for everyone to understand it. let me start with simple grammatical terms and then move on to the quick rules without having those grammatical terms in that. Okay, shall we begin the session? Let us start. So let me start with some sentences here. I have the book. Does she have the book? Yes, she has the book. Everyone has the book. I don't have the book. What's going on here? What's going on? All these sentences are about who owns a book, right? But do you notice how sometimes we use has and sometimes we use have? These two small words, very small words, mean the same thing, owning or possessing, but they have different grammatical uses. If you are a beginner English speaker, you might be confused about when to use have or has. In that case, you have come to the right place. We are going to crack this code and solve the mystery of have. Let us start. Let us start with the basics. What are these has and have? I told you I'll be using very minimum grammatical terms here. Let me begin with that. What are these have and has? Has and have are both verbs. Verbs means nothing but actions, action words in English. Stand, jump, run, like that. This have and has, these words are also verbs in English. When we talk about possessing, that means owning something, we use the verb have. Has and have both represent English present tense. The second grammatical term I used here, present tense, nothing but something that is talking about present. When I say I have a book, this book is with me presently, not in the past, not in the future. For example, look at these sentences. I have the book, she has the book. In first sentence I used have, in the second sentence I used has. Both are verbs. They indicate the possession. She possesses a book. I possess a book. That means I own a book. Only the difference is the first sentence take have and the second sentence take has. Okay, if it is past tense, there is no confusion at all. I had a book, she had a book, they had a book. Every sentence will take had in past, but only the confusion is in present tense. And let us learn why this confusion here and why this difference in usage. So let us see here. And another grammatical term I will be using here, that is auxiliary verb. Other than showing the possession, this have and has will be used or can be used as auxiliary verbs or helping verbs in English. That means along with the main verb, this auxiliary verb will help give more meaning to the sentence by representing the tense of this sentence. Okay, so let us forget all this. Present tense, past tense, action verb, main verb. So all these things I have told you here. Let us quickly see how this is used as a helping verb here through some examples. She has eaten dinner already. I have seen the movie already. She has eaten dinner. I have seen the movie. In the earlier sentence, I have the book. She has the book. After have or has, there is no other verb in the sentence. Do you observe? I have a book. She has a book. That means this have or has is used as a main verb. But in this sentence I have just used now, I have seen that movie. She has eaten dinner. She has eaten. I have seen. These two words are main verbs. Have and has are helping verbs here, and they are making the sentence present perfect. Okay, so they are making the sentence present perfect by they are used as helping verbs in the sentence. Here the word have or has, they don't indicate possession. Instead, it is used in combination with another verb. Seen, okay, seen the movie, taken the dinner, taken, seen, like that. So let us make it easy. I don't want to make it so complicated by using all these grammatical terms here, as I already told you. Let us see all personal pronouns that are used in English once quickly. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are the pronouns, right? Among these pronouns, we and they. We and they are always plurals. Yes or no? They are always plurals. That means more than one. They are plurals. You, the word you is both plural and singular, because when I say you, it may be all or it may be one I am talking to, right? So you can be either singular or plural. The rule in English is the verb or the word have is used with plural subjects. Has is used with singular subjects. Have with plurals, has with singulars. So as I told you, there are so many exceptions. Even in this rule also there is an exception. If we learn that exception, we are done with it. Okay, let us focus on this exception. Let us keenly observe this exception. Except I and you. Listen to it carefully. Except I and you, all the singular subjects will take has. I and you, they may be singulars or plurals, but they take have. And except I and you, all the singular subjects take has. So this main verb thing and helping verb thing, forget about it. If the subject in your sentence is anything other than I and you and it is singular, use has. And the next rule is including I and you. Including I and you, all the plural subjects will take have. All the plural subjects take have, whether it is used as a main verb or a helping verb. Remember this thing, including I and you, all the plural subjects will take have. Let us see these examples so that we understand better. I have a book. I have seen the book. It has a pen. It has got a pen. We have a meeting now. We have given them some time. You have to leave now. You have brought the right book. See here, in the sentences above, the examples given, we used 4 different subjects. I, it, we, you. I, we, you are considered plural, so we used have, whereas it is considered as a singular and we used it has a pen. Okay, that means though I word is a singular, but according to the exception, I has to be considered as a plural, and that we had seen just now. I should take have instead of has, though it is a singular. So let me repeat the simple technique again. Except I and you, all the singular subjects such as Ramu, Raju, cat, rat, etc. will take has. Including I and you, all plural subjects including plural nouns such as people, stickers, etc. will take have. Let us see through these examples and practice. I have given the answers for these blanks in the description and you can check them and correct your answers if you have gone wrong. Hope this session has helped you. Practice the examples I had given at the end of this session and do check your answers in the description. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like this video, like, share and subscribe. And thanks a lot. Bye bye.